I get a call from this Hollywood producer, and she starts explaining this incredible opportunity.
This is gonna make you a star.
6 days later, I'm on a flight to Indonesia.
It's a story that sounds like a Hollywood movie. Creative professionals lured to Indonesia on the promise of work from major Hollywood figures.
There were actors, photographers, makeup artists, literally hundreds and hundreds of victims.
That was a clip from the latest Apple TV Plus docuseries Hollywood Con Queen, which details a scam in which a man is believed to have impersonated various Hollywood executives and lured freelancers in the entertainment industry with fake projects for more than a decade. There's a lot of talk about this. So joining us now to break it all down about this series, we have director and Emmy winner Chris Smith with us. Thank you so much for being here. And, you know, obviously being here in Los Angeles, you know, a lot of people who are just really trying to make it, and they will take every opportunity that comes their way to make sure they get their break or get a chance or build their resume. So tell me more about the process of telling this story and why you thought it was really important to shine a light on this crime.
Yeah, it was something that I feel like I related to, only in the sense that, you know, I am an independent filmmaker. I, you know, grew up getting opportunities like this. And so it was something that I related to in terms of the experience that a lot of the victims went through.
Was it difficult to find people who were victims of this crime and actually get them to sit with you and open up?
Actually, you know, we were really fortunate because we came into the project through a journalist and an author that was writing a book about the story. And so he had done a lot of research that allowed us sort of an entry point to, you know, he had already set up a lot of relationships with the victims that we were able to capitalize on and talk to people through him.
You know, what was the hardest part of putting this particular series together?
You know, it was a story that took place over 10 years, hundreds of victims spanning the globe. So I think, and it was something that we started in 2020 during COVID. So I think just probably the biggest obstacle was getting around the world to report the story in the different countries that we were trying to go to.
And this is also pretty interesting. The perpetrator is featured in the documentary. That's pretty rare. In your opinion, what was the most surprising revelation, something that you learned?
Well, I think just the fact that Scott was able to get to this person, you know, who was at the time unknown, in hiding, or sort of not public. And I think through, you know, I think it's very rare in a case or in a situation like this to get to hear the actual potential or alleged criminal sort of tell their side of the story and sort of their motivations and sort of experience that led them to this point. And so that, you know, was something that we thought was very unique and unexpected, and you know, feel like it added a lot to the series.
Yeah, and I feel like we've heard of stories like this before, but not this in depth with so many people that this particular series covers. What do you expect, or what are you hoping, I should say, viewers get out of watching this?
Well, I think that it's a fascinating story into the mind of this individual and sort of the journey that Scott, the author, and this investigator, Nicole, went on in trying to first discover who was behind it, and second of all, how you, with all the jurisdictions in different countries and different laws at play, how, you know, you could make a difference in terms of trying to get this person not to do this anymore. And so that but in terms of like what people can take away, I think every time that people see scam stories or con stories, that they're educating themselves in terms of potentially recognizing situations that could happen to them in the future and hopefully helping them avoid it.
It's unfortunate that we have to do that, but you know, this will definitely shine a light for a lot of people. Thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it.
All right, thanks for having me.
Of course, and Hollywood Con Queen, is streaming now on Apple TV Plus.